Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1969 Smith Corona Classic 12 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA and one of the more popular models during this era. And this is the Classic 12, which is a wider carriage than your typical Classic 10, which is about 2 inches wider. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight and line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0. And the right one around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers, holds the page down nice and tight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back. It skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. Switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it at the top in the black indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Super reliable, super fun to type on. Really easy. Beautiful print. Pica typeface prints 10 characters per inch. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that towards you, unlocks the rollers underneath the platen line. You can pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. We're going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left to clear that. Just hit the shift button again, backspace on the left side. Very good. Touch control, low, medium, and high. The higher you go, the more tension there is. When you hit the keys, the lower you go, the less tension. So you just want to play with that to gauge your preference. Okay, so there's a few cool functions that most typewriters did not have in this era, and one of them is the changeable keys. So these keys you could pop off and swap them with basically any symbol you can find. It comes with this cap plus the slug, which is this piece, and that just tilts and pulls off, so anybody can do it. You don't need to be a technician. So you got 2 options, one on either corner there to do that. If you can find the symbols, whatever kind of symbol you want, you just replace them with these. Half space on the bottom left. This is a regular space, and this is the power space. It's like a machine gun. Really cool. And this button here is the all keys down. So if you get a key that's stuck, you push that, it brings it down so you don't have to go in there and get ink on your fingers. Tab on the top section here, we got tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of them by hitting the clear button to the right side of the tab. So now we don't have any tabs, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. By hitting that set button on the left side, it just stops at that spot. MR on the right side stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button, does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. And that also works on the left side. So if you need that on the left or the right, you use the MR for margin release. Slide this to the front to access the spools. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction manually, you just flip that switch behind the left spool there. And you don't actually have to do that unless you want to or if you're having a problem, because it has an automatic reverse. When you get to the end of the ribbon on either side, it will pull on this with the eyelet, which is a little metal piece on the end, and it will swap the direction automatically to the side it needs to go to indefinitely until the ink goes dry or the end of time, whichever happens first. This is the carriage lock. It will release the carriage and lock it in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around in there, cause any kind of damage to your escapement. To unlock it, just move the carriage to the right. It's got these good leverage carriage release levers, but these do break off all the time. They're made out of hard plastic, and they don't make them anymore, so if you need a replacement, check my shop on eBay. I do have 3D printed replacements that are really close to the original, and these are actually the originals, so these did not need to be replaced yet. Very smooth carriage glide, very nice machine all around. If you push the button on the left knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. Same concept with this lever on the inside here. Flip that down, it disables the spacing. Flip it up, you get the clicks. And the page gauge is on inside the left side of the platen. If you're keeping track of the bottom of the page, You just load it right there on that notch below the 11, and as you're feeding it through, it'll start to warn you when you're getting close to the bottom of the end of the page. 2 inches remaining, 1.5, 1 inch remaining, and that's the end of the page. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy or my new website, brooksawantiques.com.